they'd be more than happy to come in and guest lecture and things like that.
Very cool.
Some will do it over Skype, some will do it, in person. So things like that. So
that's something to look forward to.
Absolutely. You want to do a little news?
Yeah, we'll get you some news. Why not? Actually, on May 15th, Max Payne's coming out. And this one's going out for my son. It says here for Max Payne, the tragedies that took his loved ones years ago, and for Max Payne, the tragedies that took his loved ones years ago are wounds that refuse to heal. No longer a cop, close to washed up and addicted to painkillers, Mac takes a job in Sao Paulo, Brazil, protecting the family of a wealthy real estate mogul, Rodrigo Branco, in an effort to finally escape his troubled past. But events that spiral out of control, Max Payne finds himself alone in the streets of an unfamiliar city, desperately searching for the truth and fighting for a way out. Featuring cutting-edge shooting mechanics for precision gunplay, advanced bullet time, and shoot-dodge effects, the full integration of natural motions.
Bullet time, I think that's what they use in The Matrix. That's the kind of filming they did.
Yeah, I think it's the rotating cameras.
Right.
Just the whole slow. Where he says, "What are you doing?" I'm dodging.
It's like a giant
bullets.
It's like a giant freeze frame that moves around the scene. So
changed the whole.
It did.
Draw of special effects.
But it says here that the storyline is seamless. It's highly detailed cinematic experience from Rockstar Games.
Max Payne is the video game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a video game. They came out with the movie. That's the Mark
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I thought it was garbage.
In addition to the expansive single player, will also be the first entry in the series to introduce an engrossing multiplayer experience. In a unique twist, Max Payne 3 multiplayer delivers a compelling experience that dynamically alters maps and mode progression for all players in that match.
Cool.
Video game.
So, it sounds like a good game. It's supposed to be coming out on the May 15th, I believe that's what it is. And so,
if they could figure out the perfect chemistry with the relationship between a movie into a video game, there could be a big market out there. I don't think they've tapped into that resource
well enough.
Okay, story number 2. This one I found this one and I thought of Chris immediately. So here we go. If Magneto, the arch nemesis of the X-Men, was a tattooed hipster, he might look like this guy. Dave Herbin, a Dynasty tattoo artist from Newfield, New Jersey, surgically implanted 4 magnets into his wrist. Why? Basically, it's a cool, or at least unique way to hold his iPod Nano in place with his wristband.
Yeah, instead of actually having a band holding his iPod onto his wrist, so that he can have his iPod Nano there, he put magnets under his skin so that it'll just clip to his skin.
Right, and also...
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts till it poison him and he has to have his hand cut off.
I think this
epilepsy.
Yeah.
Some people, I think they're doing it now. I seen some chick. She had like a little diamond like in her cheek or whatever. And I go, what? How in the
funnel cake
are you doing that? What do you stick something? She goes, no, I have magnets.
They'll put they'll put a stud underneath their skin.
Under the skin, and so she can just pull it off, and I can just put another there.
Yeah,
did you have a magnet in your pumpkin skull?
I got a friend who's like super tatted, right, all over. He even has like a goatee tat, and it's like that's crazy. He gets pissy because everybody looks at him, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, well, you tattooed yourself. Of course, everybody's gonna look at
That's what he's living for.
But he's still not at the point where he'll actually go through and pierce things and put all these pieces of metal on. And it's like
that's taking it too far.
That's too far,
right?
Yeah.
Back in March, it was revealed that Nokia has issued a patent for the vibrating tattoo, which could be permanently attached to a person's body and used to alert them when they were receiving a phone call or a text message.
Yep.
So that's just the
that's
just the shit that's coming out these days. The weirdness
for all kinds of putting a phone in your head and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I remember reading a text message on your contact.
I would love to have it on my glasses. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. I remember.
There's a Google Glasses or something like that. That's all online.
Really?
It was like Google. It's like a Google phone essentially. You know, you could text and everything, and it was glasses that you would wear, and you could map yourself out so that it would show you the arrow on your glasses. So that you know, when you're driving or walking, it could give you the direction.
Wow.
And stuff. I'm
GPS.
Like, that would be awesome. So.
And everybody thought they were crazy on Star Trek.
Yeah.
And now look, everything that you're doing. There was a show actually years back.
Earth Final Conflict.
And it was basically, the show was taking. They showed how they had taken the stuff that was used like on props, and
made it into real stuff.
And made it into real stuff. It looked cool. Something Star Trek.
Yeah, there's one for Star Trek. There was Star Trek tech made real, and then there's a Star Wars Trek.
Yes, exactly.
Tech made real. They were on History Channel.
Yeah,
and just the wild
invention
that they come out with.
Well, you figure, right? Have you ever seen a show called Earth Final Conflict? It was like a Gene Roddenberry show on what was it? KTLA here locally.
Gene Roddenberry, creator of Star Trek.
He one of the things they had in there was a phone that had like a computer screen on it that you would pull out.
Wow.
Like a flexible LCD that had a camera on one end. So that's how the phones worked. It was a camera with a little screen. And I mean, you look at your iPad and your iPhones now. You know, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not too far off from.
Well, sci-fi is pretty much a projection of what we're gonna see.
Yeah, life imitating art.
Yeah, look at the Submarine was created in sci-fi first. You know, and stuff like that. So. Well, not first, but I mean, it was the concept of it was taken beyond a barrel in the water. So,
right.
Jules Verne.
Coming to a close here, Chris. Is there any spoilers or secrets to the new comic book world, or maybe?
Even if I knew, I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. It's all about the mystery.
It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Even the creators I know don't give me secrets.
How about what do you think would be a great movie transitioning from comics that
Justice
you haven't
League.
seen? Yes.
The first 6 issues of Justice League.
So sick.
You could literally take that book and turn it into a movie straight from. Use it as a storyboard for a movie, and I think it would be an awesome.
You think that's in the works?
I'm hoping so. I mean, if one of the things that I always thought was, why spend the money on doing individual movies for characters when you already know they're popular? And you could do a Justice League movie, see which characters pan out to be the most popular out of there, and spin those off into individual movies.
Yeah.
So I hope they do it. I hope they do it right.
Huh.
I am not too. Here's the thing, right? I'm not too happy with Marvel comic books right now, the way that they're. I like them, but they're not the best thing in the world. And I said Marvel can't make a comic book, but they can sure as hell make a good movie. And DC, the recent movies, it was good, but it just didn't blow my mind. And the same concept, DC can make comic books, but they can't seem to make a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like they just need to get.
Well, Marvel has Disney behind them.
And DC has Warner. So I mean, it's there. It's just not there yet. You know. And like I said, I think the concept is that they feel they need to rewrite everything. You look at Marvel. They're not rewriting anything. I mean, literally, the characters they're using are the ultimate characters out of the comic books. They're rewriting it to give it a new story, but I mean, they're using characters straight out of the comic book. So, and I think Warner needs to do that. I think if anybody could get a taste of what the 52 is like, especially a Justice League movie for 52, oh my God, I think you'd see a huge surge of geekdom going overboard. So.
Give Flash his own movie, Wonder Woman a chance to shine.
Wonder Woman just can't seem to get up off the ground. Nobody's liked the concepts of Wonder Woman so far. Because I have a friend who wrote a script that's been trying to sell it forever, and nobody's liking the concepts. And I love Azzarello's Wonder Woman right now. He's a writer currently on Wonder Woman, and the way he's taken it. I mean, it's Greek. It is full-on Greek tragedy in a comic book with a superhero. So
that's the roots of Wonder Woman.
Awesome. So. And she's she's a warrior. She kills. That's what she does. She's she fights. She's not like, oh, I just beat people up. She's like, I'll take a sword and cut you in half kind of person. And that's how she was raised. Exactly. That's how she was raised. So I mean, I think like I said, there's a comic out there for everybody, and you can literally take Justice League and make that a movie for everybody too.
Yeah, sure.
So. But again, now it will always be compared to Avengers.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like you got to come with your
A game.
Well, even beyond that, it's got to be up and be above and beyond on the A game. So we'll see.
All right. I want to before we end. You have tables here. We're sitting at a table here, and I see them sitting across. Do you do tournaments here?
We do. We do card gaming tournaments. We do Yu-Gi-Oh, we do Magic, the Gathering, we do Dungeons and Dragons, we do Naruto. We're
now,
working
how
on
can people find out about that?
Usually it's on the websites for the card companies.
Okay.
And we're listed at a Play Place. We're working on our website to get it all up
I just wanted to get that out there.
But yeah, and in store we have a calendar that shows all the dates and times. So.
Okay, great.
Cool. What would be the best battle between superheroes that you can think of?
I'm waiting for Thanos. I want to see Thanos versus the Avengers. Just him stomping the crap out of him.
Do you think he'll have the
gauntlet?
then
just going, and walk away. So I mean, that's where I want to see it happen.
It seems like Bane's gonna do that to Batman.
I don't know. Nolan said this is the last Batman. That if they want to continue Batman, they'll have to relaunch it. So we'll see. Maybe he's just gonna leave him broken, and that'll be the end of it.
And that's gonna do it for this week's show. And a special shout out to my mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. And a happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. My name is Wes Rodriguez for Marin Flores and Chris Brady, saying, what's your dream?